It's Project Nigel time.
Hello, it's time for a sensible video from me while I tell you about what's about to happen at work. This space here is my stores. It's about 26 by 18 feet. It currently has stuff all over the floor and of various shelves and hanging up like that. I want to turn it into a dedicated MG Rover parts place. Currently I just have a load of numbered boxes and an inventory that tells me what's inside all of these boxes, but what I want to do is have everything you could possibly need for any of the MG Rovers. The problem is the amount of parts to go through to actually get rid of the stuff that isn't MG or Rover. Rover. Yeah, they've got loads of Vauxhall stuff in there, and I'm not interested in Vauxhalls. They're one of my least favourite cars ever. And the amount of time it's going to take me to do this, because all it is organising things. It's not really making any money particularly, and I need to make money out of it. But the potential is that once I've done it, more people will know what stuff I've got, and then I'm more likely to make some, a living out of it. The really frustrating thing is I've already gone through my entire inventory about 3 times now. Just reorganising things, computerising everything I've got, and I still don't know where I am with anything. I still end up thinking I've got stuff and then I can't find it, and I can't find it on the inventory. It does my head in. I'd rather just sell cars, to be absolutely honest. One of the really cool things about rigger boots is you can get the hairdryer in there, get them nice and warm, whip it out and get your foot in straight away, like this. Look at that. This is day 3 of my warehouse tidy up thingy. So this joke's probably wearing a bit thin now, but genuinely I have spent a lot of time in here organising things. It just doesn't look like it at all, does it? The only thing that really looks any different is this corner there, where this was kind of inaccessible to those shelves over there yesterday. I want to make this video with some real sense of progress to it. Not going to have any elbow music on it or anything like that to make it all self-affirming, but probably going to do lots and lots, and then the next clip you see will be significantly different to this, and I can really get cracking with selling these parts. Day 4, I believe, and we have some progress. Look at that space there, and there's still stuff there and everywhere else, but now I've got a better idea. Over in that corner there, some Rover stuff. That corner there, more Rover stuff, and a bit up there as well. And now these bits have got to be moved out of the way and that to be cleared. This wooden box has been in the middle of this room for a good few months now. Let's have a look inside it. Nothing there. All it's doing is just taking up space. I actually have no idea how it could be that badly organised. I'm about to do something incredibly sinful. I'm going to eat this chippy dinner in the car. That is so against my rules, but it's freezing out here today. Well, it's about a week later, so I want to see how Project Nigel Rover Workshop's coming along, eh? Do you? Well, yep, there you go. The same old joke. But in all honesty, I have been doing quite a lot of other things, but there is some progress on the go. Oh yes indeed. Look at this. This job load of BMW stuff is going back into that box and just being flogged on cheap, just to get some space, basically. These two boxes here, that you can't really see because it's too dark, are full of headlamps and rear lamps of cars that aren't MG Rover. Someone's coming in. Outside we have some gearboxes, which is just going for a scrap next week. Now the real action's going to start in this corner, because that was full of boxes and headlamps. Boxes full of components and headlamps from cars that I am not in the slightest bit interested in taking apart or helping to save. So this little area in the corner here is going to be just for lights, MG Rover lights, that's all, such as these here. These are MG SV lights and they're in fabulous condition. Shame it says Fiat on them. There are quite a lot of things I'm just going to chuck away, but there's also quite a lot that I may as well just flog on cheap. And while I've got boxes of things just with a label as to what car it's come from, it should be easy enough to do. Like these boot latches here. I just bung them all in one box that says latches. So I just have like one area down here for kind of generic things, stalks, ECUs, heater blower controls, etc. And then the rest of it can be properly dedicated to MG Rover stuff. Gosh, that light, sorry about that. Shining light in your face. If only you was here, you'd know how bad it was. It's not that bad actually. So, lights arranged something like this. Although, you know, I've already found a problem with this, and that is that, say these 45 lamps here don't quite fit in the holes. And some of the bigger rear light clusters, such as 25s, don't fit in there at all. I've got loads of those though, and look at them, you know, they're quite happy to sit on a plastic shelf because there's no weight to them. I thought actually, as I've got a few spare, I should take a couple up to the other lockup and go and polish them as a nice replacement for Nigel. As these rear light clusters went from, was it 95? I think it was 95 or 96, I can't remember now, up until 2006, so 10 years worth of exactly the same light cluster on the back on what was one of Rover's most popular cars. There are quite a lot of them about, and obviously they don't break that easily. Probably what's more valuable on these are going to be the seals on the back. So notice that mine, well, someone's put some gunky stuff around the edges to stop it from leaking into the boot. Tomorrow then, amongst other things, I'm going to try and sort through all of these boxes which have components from all the cars I've ever had here, not just Rovers, and then all of these wiper mechanisms, very likely to be sold during the winter. And there's a few other bits and bobs down here I could do with dealing with. And I'm going to take up my box of Nigel goodies here, some rear lights as I said, and also some gas struts. I've got a little idea for that. And so ends another day here with Project Nigel. Woo!